I want to say I am driving, so sorry about any noise, but I have a little dashboard phone holder thing, so I'm like not holding my phone. So sorry if I'm not like looking at the camera, because I'm trying to drive. So this week is National Suicide Prevention Week. A lot of y'all know, or like because I've either written about it before, or you guys just know me personally, that this week and this subject is very near and dear to my heart, and it is so important to me, and I think that it should be important to everyone. I learned a couple weeks ago, that 1 in 4 millennials struggle with anxiety and or depression. So pick your 3 closest friends, and out of that group of 4 of you, 1 of you probably struggled with anxiety and or depression. I know for me that is very true, if not more, because a lot of my friends struggle with it, and then I do as well. I've struggled with depression and anxiety pretty much all my life, and self-harm and thoughts of suicide since I was about 12. So a while. I think that I'm going to go on a little rant. So I think that we as a church need to be better about letting people know that it is okay to struggle with a mental illness. I know that for me, in high school, I was not comfortable sharing with my church that I struggled with those mental illnesses, because I thought that I would be judged or hushed. I was scared of what people would say. A lot of times, I think Christians have a tendency to kind of say, "Oh, hush, hush, we don't talk about that here." And I'm sorry, but that's stupid. Depression, if there are 1 in 4 millennials struggling with anxiety and or depression, a lot of times with that comes thoughts of suicide or self-harm. And in case you haven't thought about this before, suicide is not being selfish or wanting attention. It may come across that way, and people sometimes, yes, threaten suicide as a way of getting attention. But people who are actually struggling with it, it is believing that the world would be better off without them. Whether that's because somebody has physically told them that, whether it was a family member or a friend or even a stranger, or whether it's just their depression, anxiety lying to them, which is ultimately the devil lying to them. It is actually believing that this planet would be better off without them on it. Which I know for a fact isn't true, because my God, our God, is good, and He created each and every one of us to be on this planet, and each and every one of us has a specific task and purpose that only we can fulfill. So nobody should believe that lie that Satan is telling you, that the world would be better off without you, including myself. I feel kind of weird like preaching this at the world, because I struggle with it, but So we as a church need to say it's okay to struggle. Because when someone says, hey, I have cancer, or hey, I need surgery, or hey, I have the flu, even, we don't say, oh, like, we don't, I'm really sorry, but like, that sucks, but like, we don't talk about that here. No, we say, oh my goodness, how can I be praying for you? What can I do? I'll bring you a meal because you don't have energy to cook. That's great. We should not stop doing that. That is great. I have been on the receiving end of that because my mom was sick, or is sick. But we need to start doing something similar for people struggling with depression and anxiety, because let me tell you, we don't have energy either. Now, I'm not saying that we need to make a meal for every person struggling with a mental illness, but it wouldn't hurt, because people struggling with depression, a lot of times we don't have energy to get out of bed. We don't have energy to brush our teeth, to brush our hair, to shower, much less to cook. It would be nice to know that someone is thinking about you and caring, but that's not the main point. We as a church need to be able to accept that people have mental illnesses and that it is a real thing. It is scientifically proven that anxiety and depression alter the way our brain works and thinks. It is an illness. It is real. We need to accept it. Some churches do great at it, but we as a whole big church need to do better at accepting and letting people talk about their struggles, their story. So that was my little rant. It's nothing that hasn't been said before, but it's still important. And with it being National Suicide Prevention Week, I just thought that it was a good time to bring it up. So let me tell you this: if you are struggling with anxiety or depression or thoughts of suicide, especially, whether I know you or not, I am here for you. If you need someone that's not going to judge you, that's not going to tell people that you're struggling with these things, that can relate to you, that can potentially try and give you advice, because I've been going through it for a while now, or you can just pray with you or pray for you, I am here. Day or night, I am here. If you don't know me, you can look me up on Facebook, Walljoy Burke. Message me, tell me what's going on. Tell me how I can help. I love each and every one of you, and when I say that, I mean it, because whether I know you or not, I know that the Lord loves you, and therefore I love you. It doesn't take away from the fact of when I say I love you to like my closest friends or my closest family members. It's a different kind of love. But I do love y'all, and I want you to stay. If you are struggling, please reach out, get help, whatever that looks like, whether that's medicine or therapy or both. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to need help. I am here for you. I am praying for you. Please stay. The world needs you. The Lord created you for a purpose, whether He has revealed that to you or not. Please stay. Please keep being brave. We'll fight together. I love y'all. Have a great week. Remember that you don't know who's struggling, so be there and be nice and kind and loving and Jesus-like to everyone. Have a great week.